100.9 The Wiz, blazing hip-hop and R&B, home of the Russ Park Morning Show. We have a guest in the studio today. I'd like to welcome KOOL Ken to 100.9 The Wiz. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Miss Terri Thomas. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, it's such an honor to have you. I tell you, you've been doing your thing in the local scene for such a long time, and there's a lot of people that already know about KOOL Ken, but for a lot of people that may not be aware, why don't you tell me how you got started in the music game?
Well, I got started in the basement of my home. My older cousins, they had a band. I used to go down in the basement and play the drums and the keyboards and so forth. So that's what got me started in the business. I've been doing this about 6 years now. 6 years.
Wow, so 6 years? 6 years in the scope of things isn't really a long time, but what might be some of your musical influences? A lot of people get started in the game because they hear some great music that they love, like whether their parents are playing it or they get exposed in some kind of way. So who musically did you admire when you were coming up?
I admired the Isley Brothers. Me being from Lincoln Heights, I heard them all the time at the house. Came up to listen to the Isley Brothers first and foremost, along with Marvin Gaye, Roger Troutman, Slade, Lakeside, those type funk bands, Bootsy Collins, Parliament, all that.
How would you describe the music sound as you have it today for yourself?
What I did, I love hip hop, so I decided to make a musical fusion, take funk, hip hop, jazz, R&B, a little dash of rock and roll, mix it all together, and come out with my own little style. But what makes it different, what sets me above the rest, is that I have an actual band. I don't go off of tracks. When I do a live show, I bring my band. I gotta have my band with me.
So you're really trying to bring something edgy and different. A lot of hip-hop now, obviously, is people going off tracks, and even with some of the R&B artists, when they perform, they're oftentimes performing to a track. So do you feel any pressure because of the trend now really to be a track artist, to do something different? Because I know it's more expensive to have a band.
Basically, it is expensive to have a band, but I'm trying to get back to the roots. Everyone is going off of sequences and so forth like that. I want the real sounds back. The real drums, the real bass, the guitars, and so forth. That's what I want. So that's what we do.
You know, as someone that writes their own songs, where do you find the inspiration to write a song? I mean, you're doing a hip-hop, R&B, fusion, funk, rock, jazz kind of thing. So, I mean, where do you find the inspiration for your music?
From what's going on today, current events. I try to stay focused on what's going on, and I want to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. If everybody else is talking about guns, I'm not talking about guns. I want positivity. I want family back into it, because when I came up listening to hip hop, it was about family. I could listen to the same songs with my mom and my pops. But nowadays, kids can't listen to hip hop except on their own. They gotta turn it down. Grandma can't hear it. I want to be proud of my music. My grandma can listen to my stuff. So.
You know, when hip hop first came to be with Sugar Hill Gang and things like that, you know, it was really about party music and fun loving. And then for a long time, we went more into the political sphere with Public Enemy and KRS-One and people talking about politics and what was going on in the world. And now we find that a lot of hip hop is very sexual. It talks about sex and drugs and killing, and it's much more open about talking about those things. You have a lot of degrading women in songs and all of that sort of lifestyle. So, you know, with you, I know you've gone a different approach and try to keep your things clean. You know, why is it that you think that you want to make that stand, and how do you think people are receptive? Do you think that people are tired of hearing the nasty music?
It's going to be a lot tougher for me to be accepted because I'm going to be clean, and I know that. But rebellion, everybody wants to go towards negative things. I'm trying to be positive. I want to be responsible for what I'm saying. It's a lot of killing going on. I don't want anybody to die off of listening to one of my records. I want to be able to listen to my songs with my grandmother. I love my grandmother to death. Everything I do is for her, basically. If I can't share it with her, it's not good.
So if you could see yourself in 5 years in the music business, what would you see? What is KOOL Ken in 5 years?
In 5 years, I'm going to be a household name. Everybody's going to have a KOOL Ken CD. Everybody's going to be listening to KOOL Ken. Really, my thing is, I'm not just an artist, though. I want to have my own label, which I do right now, and hopefully that's going to be large. I'm going to have a lot of new things going on. Hopefully you're going to see me on TV in 5 years doing some movies, because I got a lot of aspirations. You know, I want to be an actor. I got a little comedian in me, all that stuff. I'm jack of all trades. But so 5 years, sky's the limit.
Say I'm Jay-Z. and I'm the new head of Def Jam Records because that's going to happen. And I have you in my office. I have your music in front of me, and I'm thinking about signing you as an artist. What would you say to me to make me sign that contract with you?
I say, Jay-Z, you remember when you started in the game and nobody believed in you except you? Well, I'm the new Jay-Z, except my name is Kool Ken. And we're gonna sell a lot more records together this time, though. So I gotta believe in myself first, like you did. That's what I'll say to Jay-Z.
Well, Kool Ken, I want to thank you for coming by today. It's been great to have you in here, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I think, you know what? I think the world is ready for a Kool Ken. So let's go ahead and introduce your brand new song. It's called The Older The Better, and it's an exclusive right here on 100.9 The Wiz.
That's what I've been told. Almost every day with Tim's on my feet to help me get away from Babylon, the po-po, whatever you call them. I'm always on my toes when I see them faggots rolling.